Hey everyone, it's me Gavin, and let's talk about the Trials of Mana demo. But, before I get into that, let me clarify something, just for anybody that isn't aware. Trials of Mana is actually known in Japan as Seiken Densetsu 3. Secret of Mana that we got for Super Nintendo is actually known as Seiken Densetsu 2. So, Seiken Densetsu 1 is actually Final Fantasy Adventure, which was initially released here in North America on the Game Boy. So, Seiken Densetsu 3, which is Trials of Mana, we never got until recently on the Nintendo Switch as part of the Collection of Mana game, which is a compilation of the 3 Seiken Densetsu games. So, Seiken Densetsu 3, Trials of Mana, we never got on Super Nintendo when it was released in North America. It is being completely remade and remastered, and that's what this demo is. It's Trials of Mana, and it is fantastic. I just recently played through this demo multiple times over on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Gavin_vengeance. There's the plug. Man, it's awesome. The first thing I can say about this game is just like all of the colors and everything, and the environments are just vibrant as anything. It's completely beautiful, and a number of times I've just seen myself stop and stare around at the environments and just be like, wow, this game is gorgeous. And it's really crazy to see these environments redone in full 3D and to see like how much detail was put into each and every single town or area that we actually get to experience at this point in time. It's crazy, man. This game allows you to cycle between the Japanese voice actors and the English voice actors. And for my playthrough, which was on the PS4, I opted to go with the English dub, and it was awesome. I mean, the vocals and the voiceovers are just spot on. Some of the voice actors are really talented, and you know which ones I'm talking about if you play through it. The other ones are good, and I'm sure they get better as the story goes through on. But for the time being, it's awesome for what it is, man, and I'm extremely excited to see more of this game and to see more of the characters and learn more about them. But I went with English audio, and also this game gives you an option to go through the remake soundtrack, which is an updated version of the original Super Nintendo audio, or you can actually experience it with the original audio as well, which is awesome. I love when games do this, especially any kind of like remaster or reboot, because nothing is better than a nostalgia trip when you actually get to hear that original audio and play through some of these areas, even though, you know, the areas obviously aren't in 16-bit anymore. But again, incredible environments, incredible music. Each and every single like song just really fits the situation and the area, and some of these songs will get stuck in your head, trust me. There's been times that I've tried to go to sleep after doing a stream and just be like, yep, I can't get this out of my head right now, and I really want to play more. But anywho, the demo allows you to play up until you reach level 7, or until you end up defeating the first boss, and you're able to go through the dungeon a little bit more shortly after that. But it's a fairly lengthy demo. The demo, honestly, for one playthrough, my very first playthrough, it took about 3 hours for me to actually get through and experience everything, and I just did very minimal grinding. But yeah, it was like a 3-hour demo, and the nice thing about that is that even though I spent 3 hours on a demo, my save file is going to carry over to the final version of the game, which is an awesome plus, and I love it again when developers decide to do that. So essentially what I'm saying is Square Enix is really knocking it out of the park with Trials of Mana demo. Man, I can't believe how well it controlled and how it felt with the combat. From like dodging and being able to like quick slot your abilities in the hotbars on L1 and R1 on the PS4, and just being able to like swap between your characters instantaneously with L2 or R2, being able to lock onto your characters and switch between the characters with the right and left stick. Like, it was just like everything was perfect. It felt so natural to actually like do combat in this game. Also being able to like charge up your attacks and, you know, perform combos with some characters by, you know, double tapping circle and then hitting triangle on the end. It's just like there was so much put into this combat system that is extremely engaging, and it's really easy to get into. Again, alongside the combat, as soon as you level up, you get training points that you can slot into your characters, and depending on how many points you put in whichever stat you decide to select, you unlock different abilities that you can then register to your characters and be able to use those to benefit you with like things like greater amounts of health, or being able to counter whenever you're attacked. There's just so much more added into the original systems of this game just to make it that much more like engaging and better. And it's crazy because now you're not just focusing on one or two different stats that you kind of want to build your character around. There's an entire tree of abilities that you can unlock by putting points into things that you normally don't think you would have put into like certain characters. So say if you were building a character that you really wanted to be like a high damage character, there may be useful abilities that you can obtain through the intelligence tree, you know? So it's just, again, another amount of like depth that's put into the battle system in this game. That's very much appreciated. I love it. I love it. I love it. Being able to see the sprites and everything reimagined in full 3D it's something else, man. Like, rabbits to me are some of the cutest monsters in any video game, and just to see them, and you get to see them like snoring at nighttime and everything, it's crazy. Again, another thing to mention, perfect segue, right? Day-night cycles, which actually affect the game itself. So stronger enemies or different types of enemies will actually end up like appearing at nighttime, and in the demo you actually get to see with one character that they actually become stronger at nighttime. I won't go into any other detail outside of that, but really cool. Like, there's so much attention paid to like this game and the atmosphere of this game that it has to be experienced. And if you couldn't tell from the sound of my voice that I'm completely gushing about this, you really need to go and try the demo for yourself. I wasn't 100% like sure if it was going to be worthwhile picking up, but I was going to pick it up initially anyways. But after playing the demo, it really solidified my decision to go out and pick up Trials of Mana immediately. I have it pre-ordered now, and honestly, I can't preach it enough, man. Go and check out this game. Do I think it's for you? If you like action combat, 100% go and get this game. If you like RPG systems, go and get this game. If you're a fan of the Mana series and you played any Mana game in the past, get this game. Trust me, it is extremely good. Yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say about Trials of Mana, the demo. Thank you guys very much for listening to me ramble and just gush about this. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel for more Trials of Mana content. As soon as the game comes out, I will be going through an entire playthrough over on my Twitch channel, which you can check out over at twitch.tv/Gavin_vengeance. Thanks again for watching. Take care. I'll see you for the next one. See ya.